Hello again, guys. It's Gregola Productions here, and welcome back to the GPWS. But we don't have a clock here today, guys. We got a timer on the go, and this is what we're going to be working on. Yes, sir. We're going to be working on this Lux Minute Minder, and I don't know the whole Lux saga, because it really is a saga. This is something I may even cover on this channel. Definitely want to look into it. It's got my interests. Lux was a clock company, well, is. They're still around today, and the Minute Minder is still available. It's not this model of it, but they still make a version of the Lux Minute Minder, and I think it's the first style. This is like the more updated one from, my guess is 1959 or so. This is not the most typical one that there is. If you just Google the Minute Minder, you'll see other variants of this. And you can hear me rustling around in the background. There's other variants of this timer, and I don't know the full story with Robertshaw's involvement. So this may not be from the 50s. I don't know when Robertshaw got a hold of Lux. This could be really late. I honestly have no idea. Point is, we're going to service this. And this does run. And if I wind it up, it has a hairspring and balance wheel in there. You can hear it. Some timers don't work like that. All right. No instructions on the back. It looks like there would have been a tag here though in the past. There's the glue residue for that there. Got some worn out. Well, not worn out, but the feet are. It has feet, I guess. This is all plastic, and this is how you get into one of these. So the dial just comes off like that. Very yellow looking. Not sure if we can do anything about that really. But in any case, here she is. And this is already much better than the Lux Minute Minder clone, which, if you remember, had its pillars snap off for holding the movement in the case, which is just a goofy problem to have. Okay. Oh boy, she might be riveted together here, gentlemen. We're about to find out. Cute little movement, but she might be riveted. I don't know. Or maybe it won't. We'll see. And I need to get my nut driver out here, or my bolt driver. So at least it's riveted on that side. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe all will be revealed. That's the first thing I look at these movements. I'm so uppity about stuff like that. I always got to know if something has rivets or not, or if it's bolted or what the deal is. I'll take the bell off and see where we wind up. Yeah, I don't know if these were really made to be fixed. By this point in time, this was kind of consumer. I mean, it was always consumer goods, but there's a difference between consumer goods of the past and consumer goods of... Oh, okay, no, there's bolts on here. Okay, so this does come apart. Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay, this is our movement. And she looks... This is really something. You got a copper hairspring in there. Oh, yeah, no, this got plastic in it. Ooh, is this going to be a pain to take apart? I see no spring barrel on this thing. I see two mainsprings on this. Not sure how well this is going to go in terms of me working on it. As you know, we've had problems in the past with timers, but we'll forget that for now. Oh. I'm not sure what mentality. I guess, well, first of all, I'm not sure when this is from. And second of all, I'm not sure if I want to dismantle this right now. I mean, I see, again, there's bolts on the back, so that's a good thing. Let's start from, like, since my intention here is to work on this, let's start from this side and let's figure out where our gear train is. Let's figure out how this all works. So you've got our, okay, that comes off. Okay, great. This already looks 100 times better than the Taylor timer. You've got our alarm escapement. So you've got our spring going this way. Okay. Our alarm spring, or whatever spring this is. I'm assuming both springs probably do the same thing. Oh, you know what? No, I'm wrong. This is the time spring, and this is the alarm spring. This has two springs. Interesting. So they both wind up when you turn this. Okay. I see big rivets and stuff here. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so there's, let's see here. Okay, so that keys onto that gear there. This is all one piece. This is all one. Okay, all right. Okay, so there's our alarm train going this way. Then in the center, we've got our center wheel. I know, right? Our center wheel / great wheel. Then 1, 2, escape wheel, pallet fork, and balance wheel. And that looks like it in terms of the gear train. There's a spring on that center wheel as well. Hopefully this thing will actually want to come apart and not be just absolutely miserable. Or should I stop the series now and just prioritize on something? Well, no, this thing is already looking kind of gummy after years of use. Alright, well, we better get into it, shouldn't we? And this hairspring's glued on. Okay, let's, oh yeah, and then this is all part of this. Let's see what happens when you wind it up. I just want to see this thing in action. Wow, that was smooth. Let's try and understand what we just witnessed right there. There goes the alarm. So if you're not familiar with this channel, we service clocks because leaving them in this particular state will make them not only less reliable, but also more susceptible to wear on all of the pivots. So that's not good. And this is a pivot right here, like you can see where all the oil is on this thing. Yeah, these bushings can wear out if they're not attended to. Boy, this balance wheel seems to have no play on it. I wonder if it's just because it's gummed up. But then it seems to actually want to run when you wind it up, so giving me a pretty good amplitude right there. What the heck is that bar? I see there's some bar poking through here that runs through the movement. Past the hairspring. Where does that go? Oh, it goes on this thing. What does that do? Oh, does it keep this thing away? What is the purpose of that steel bar? That steel spring? It looks like it hooks around this gear here. I don't know if you can see that. That bar right there hooks around. Or not a bar, but it hooks on there. Okay. I don't know if there's any way to let this movement down. I think there's only one way to get this to work right. Oh wait, no. How does this? I'm confused. How do you not how does this? How are you winding one spring at a time and not both? Surely you'd wind both, right? Is that how this? Okay, how does this? How am I winding both of these up at the same time? How are these both getting let down at once? It's a thing of beauty, actually, when these things are working properly, and this one is, and the reason why we're getting in here is to, you know, maintain that. Hopefully Lux made this half decent where you can fit these springs in and they won't just go absolutely everywhere and just be in your way and be annoying, but it looks like they might actually fit in to their homes pretty easy. Unfortunately, there's no spring barrels on either of them. So what's better, right? Risk disassembling it or let it naturally wear itself out. Because this will not run for too much longer in this condition. You know, it's working now, but in 5 years or so, this thing may just completely seize up. So, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this the way that we're going to do it. We're going to make this A-okay to use. So how does this... So with that in mind... Also, plus, I need to learn how to work on timers anyway, because there's plenty that are already seized up. Oh. Okay, never mind. Is that unwinding that spring by me doing that? Am I making sense here? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. So when you turn it back this way, it automatically unwinds this for you. Interesting. I'm just trying to understand the mechanics of this thing, folks. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, well, let's start disassembling this then. Let's get onto that, shall we? We'll take our outside stuff apart.